is closer than you think. So let's talk a little election news, because voters are going to be seeing a question on their ballot that you might not expect. Earlier today, a Constitutional Ballot Commission met to approve language changes to our state's constitution, and that question will be on the ballot in November. News 19's Shelly Garzone has exactly what you need to know before you go to the polls.
It's basically just an extra safeguard to confine elections and to confine voters in elections in South Carolina to only citizens of this state at any level, local, state, or federal.
South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson says the commission voted to change language used in the state's constitution when it comes to voter qualifications.
The current South Carolina Constitution says, and I'm paraphrasing, every person who is a citizen of the United States or of this state and has met all the other requirements, meaning you're 18 years of age or older and you're a resident, is entitled to vote in the state of South Carolina. They swapped out the word every citizen to include only a citizen of the United States who is 18 years of age and a resident is able to vote. So basically it went from every citizen to only a citizen.
Attorney General Wilson says this new language will solidify voter qualifications in the state.
You could have a situation, and this is what advocates have claimed, where a person could vote in a municipal election who may not be a citizen, and they may try to vote in a municipal election. This basically confines and constricts people who are voting in any election in the state of South Carolina.
South Carolina voters will now decide if it is written into state law.
It's literally a question to voters. Do you want to adopt this new amendment into the South Carolina Constitution, or do you not want to? So it's on the ballot. It is posed as a question to voters.
According to the South Carolina Election Commission, the question on voters' ballots will read, must Section 4, Article 2 of the Constitution of this state relating to voter qualifications be amended so as to provide that only a citizen of the United States and of this state of the age of 18 and upwards who is properly registered is entitled to vote as provided by law. John Michael Catalano is with the South Carolina Election Commission. He says because this is already law in the state, this new amendment will have no major impacts if passed into law.
It's not going to impact the day-to-day of election officials or even voters or citizens in this state, but it will provide, again, I think, extra clarity and emphasis that this is a requirement for South Carolina.
Shelly Garzone, News 19, WLTX.
Well, the general election is on November 5th, and this amendment will appear on all ballots in our state.